There's a brutal truth to technology sales that people won't say, but the bar to being great at technology sales is actually quite low. And that is because for the technology industries we know it today, this all encompassing behemoth, and when we talk about tech sales, that industry has largely only been around since 1995, which is like the modern internet era. So the dot-com era started in 1995, and that's largely when people say that this tech era that we live in was born from, when the internet was propagating. So realistically, like everything in tech, there's been a cash grab. So instead of being people just being good at sales, where you can't really develop that skill because you can't really go to a sales school, they don't really teach this stuff. Most people, for generations, the last 30 years, have had to just figure out how to be good at sales or figure out their own process in sales. No one really teaches them. It's kind of this expectation in the market that you know what you're doing, but there is no fundamental education for what we do. And that's why people struggle. That's why they have anxiety. That's why they, come to people like myself and go, hey man, like I realize I've got so many holes in my sales process. I just would love someone to guide me, because guess what? Everyone, 99.9% of people out there in the industry have just cobbled together some idea of what they think sales is, right? Most sales training is garbage. It doesn't really solve a particular problem. There's no structure to it. It's not, the entire funnel end to end. So, yeah, like there's, if with just by applying yourself and treating it like a craft, treating sales like a legitimate craft, which it is, because you have to have this fine balance of people skills, technology skills, business skills, right? It's a complex and dynamic role, especially if you want to play it at a strategic level and play it at enterprise level, because you are influencing enterprise strategies, right? Which I've done for years. Is do digital transformations. People have spent millions of dollars with me creating architecture technology solutions to modernize their business, right? So that's not easy, right? That's a 7-figure career that we are generating here in technology sales. And there's no fundamental degree for it. There is no baseline, right? That's what I've been building, is the baseline. Is like, if you were to teach people and actually have a school for this shit, which I might actually make one day, what is the actual process? What is the structure? What should you know, right? That's what I've built, is a sales PhD, because I've looked around for 10 plus years looking for quality help, and there hasn't been any. That's why I just fucking created out of frustration. And if you feel that, come check out my shit, all right? And follow along for more tips. Enjoy.